Hey guys, it's Dev here, and today I will be covering one section of version 504 coming to the PS4 on February 14th, and I'm actually going to be covering the center map updates and fixes that will be coming, which is huge for somebody like me that plays solely on the center, I would say. Transfer around every once in a while just to get certain resources. But even one of these dinos that is now going to be spawning on the center makes me super happy. But there's a lot of fixes to get through and a lot of new features to get through. So let's try and just fly through this. And I'll definitely link all these down below if you miss any. So first off, it's fixed a level streaming issue in the boss arena that would have large chunks of the map actually not loading in and just being missing. It fixed a hole that let players get out of the world at the edge of the map and actually fixed overspawning of mega piranhas in the underworld water entrance. Stop players from building above the barrier above the floating island or the center. It fixed dinos despawning in bear caves, air bubbles, redwood caves, redwood hollow, tree trunks, and the floating island, which is huge. It fixed an issue with the water sticking out of the ground in northern jungle areas. It also improved a flyer dismount, so it's dismount players safely instead of having them fall to their death at the cave entrance in the South Jungle Ruins. And I've had a lot of issues with that, just jumping off and that type of stuff. And it fixed actually the Ice Palace being extremely bright at night with those shining lights and that light blue. So that's good to hear and will definitely help anyone out that has a base down there. I know it can be super annoying, and I don't even have a base down there. So to improve the transition into and out of the Northern Ice Cave with just streaming issues and graphics and that type of stuff. Fix some random issues with the edge of the world sticking through, showing grassland, that type of stuff where it shouldn't have. It actually improved several areas in different caves where dinos were spawning outside of the play space or like the area of the cave. It fixed an area under the floating island that had water where it shouldn't be, removed unnecessary streaming levels. It fixed an area that was forcing dismount slash player cheating with base damage bonus where it is. And it shouldn't be in actually South Jungle. So that's good to hear. Fixing all those random issues. Fix the area under the giant land bridge having 6 times the bonus damage. So good to know because that is definitely not a cave under there. And that could be a very good base spot. It fixed an area towards the top of the floating island where the ground didn't line up properly and left players getting underneath and out of the map. Massive improvements to level streaming slash entering and leaving the ocean should decrease that lag by a ton. And it also fixed players who are crashing when entering oceans on console, which is huge because I know I've walked into the ocean and just crashed, which is the worst because then you drown to death. And by the time you get logged back onto the server with them being so full, you're usually losing all your stuff. Unless you get a tri-mate that can fly over there and grab it quick. But anyways, it fixed holes in the floating island that let players get onto the map, fixed an issue when going through the jungle rivers that caused surrounding maps to unload, fixed half the swamp water not appearing as water. Uh, it actually fixed the Plessies slash Mosasaurs spawning in upper oceans and getting stuck there. It lowered penguin spawns at the Ice Palace by a little bit. It lowered ocean spawns right outside the redwoods, which I noticed there was quite a ton. Fixed lots of random floating rocks, bushes, and stuff like that in the jungles and rivers. And another thing that I actually noticed, and you can see in one of my videos getting underwater loot drops, is it fixed the scuba goggles having no effect in oceans. And this is all coming out February 14th. So let's get on to the features now. That was a lot of fixes. But the good features is it is actually increasing Tuzo spawns numbers. And it's actually adding the Mega Tuzo, which is good. And it's minor map optimizations, which is always good to hear, just adding on to the game. And it actually added Dimetrodons back to Lava Island, so they will spawn there, which is huge because that kibble To go to the island map, tame one up, bring it back, try and get an egg is just a pain beyond belief. It added some new artifacts, which is good to hear. Enabled building in water entrances to the underworld, so you can defend your base a lot better if you're the only one down there. And enabled base building in parts of the ocean that were previously had been disabled. And it also is removing the snowy winter world level and is that returning to normal. So that is actually all the features and fixes for this part of the update, which I will be covering in the next few days and just releasing parts of it, getting it all out to you. I'll definitely cover the maps separately, but probably do the update as a whole with tech tier and all of that in the new dinos, like the sheep with raw mutton, which is crazy. But anyways, I don't want to keep you any longer. If you did go on to enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one.